The stunt department laid out an awful lot of wire work in this one. So there's a lot of, there's parachuting, there's flying to the sky because he's attached to a horse. There's spinning out, there's falling off a plane. There's underwater work, which is a lot of wire work again, underwater. What else is there? There's motorbike. The motorbike at the end. Yeah, oh my God. Then there's the dog fight. Yeah, there was quite a lot. And all of that was in Crocs or one cowboy boot or one shoe. And I, ultimately that's my, dear friend, Jacob Tamuri, the face planter of the family, who comes in and takes a massive beating.
And takes a beating on screen as well.
And I slap him in the face to thank him for all of his hard work. Yes. We wrote him a little scene where he pees on my feet and I slap him as hard as I possibly can in the face, and then we drag him across the floor on a big rope. Yeah. As his face goes to a stop to thank him.
Yeah.
I've known Kelly since we were completely unemployed and desperate to work, desperate to show just an iota of some of the things that we felt we were capable of delivering when people were hungry and in line, and we were at the back of that line, and everybody wants to get involved and on, and it's a very difficult hustle to get onto the floor at all. Yeah. And we were friends since then. And we tried out pitching together. You were a writer in your own right. I was acting, and both working our way up, doing this kind of traditional steps, which takes however long it takes. And then because we were friends, we would always, whenever I was in a sticky situation with a film where I couldn't understand how to articulate a character in a way that was the way that I could deliver, and I needed help, Kelly would, depending on that film, how they felt, Kelly would be invited to come along and fix that situation because she knew what I was trying to say or deliver. And that would continue on. And then we ended up doing Bronson together, which Kelly wrote, and challenged me in a way that Nick could never challenge me, or with a character that was really important for me, because I thought that was kind of the end of my career at that point, because nothing was moving. I'd never got really a job in America as a lead or anything like that. And I was 30 and I really wanted to do something important. And the only person I know who could deliver on a level of material that I really, really wanted to challenge myself was Kelly. And the stuff that she wrote for that, the makeup designs and creating, it was all hers, was the beginning of where we're at now, which is, for considering it's a PG-13, we're still in a very similar territory of playing using naturalism and quite like normal people, if you will, even though they're heightened in the superhero world, of a naturalism which is also stretches all the way around to super surrealism and fantasy, and that canvas that like Kelly has painted on so many times in the past. I can go through so many films that you wouldn't know that she was involved in with me. Finally, on Venom 1, 2, and 3, I was watching my friend, and she's successful in her own right already with Saving Mr. Banks, Terra Nova, all kinds of Changeling. She could come in and understand what it was that I wanted to achieve, deliver to the studio exactly what they wanted to see and hear and understand, so they could see it manifest as she developed and grew the characters from from Venom 1 to Carnage, to what you see in The Last Dance. But to watch it go from writing, producing PGA, to PGA, producing, writing, and directing, and the third one was amazing and logical. But beautiful to see all of her ideas from the internal come out directly as she wanted them, or saw them manifest, and I could be part of that. And this is her first film ever. So all the years she spent behind the camera since 20 years ago, more, now is manifest in this opulent, epic, like fun, surreal comedy, and yet love story in some aspects, and a human story which is vivacious, bubbly, fun, and epic, and standalone within the world of superhero movies. You know, that's all her. And, you know, I think it's a really once-in-a-lifetime thing to experience as a friend, the growth of your friend, you know, stepping into shoes that are rightly hers. Venom is like a dog.
Yeah.
You know, like, and we both understand that there's a saying that I like to play with, that you can't convince the dog that you're somebody else, because a dog will always know who you are. You know, so if you're a really good actor, then you can convince your own dog you're somebody else. And that's impossible because the dog will smell you come in. Right? Unless you're outside the window and you go, boo, and the dog goes, ah. No, that's the only exposure window of fooling the dog, unless they're blind and can't smell that you're somebody else. So I always talk to my dog, and I sort of anthropomorphize the dog. And Kelly's had dogs, you know what I mean, too. And she understood the nature of the mission and the aspect that Venom is a massive dog.
Yeah.
It's something aspect so that he can be primal and can be loyal and loving like a dog.
I think they're going to see something really epic. It's very different to the first two movies. You know, we've taken them out of San Francisco. You're going to get to see Venom in daylight for the first time. We're meeting a whole host of new characters, new symbiotes, new creatures, a very, very big bad villain. This one just feels much more epic and has a lot of scope.
It has a sense of self as well. I think it breathes in a way that it's allowing itself to be the exotic fruit that it is, as opposed to something that is conforming. It has its own legs and its own heart, and we've thoroughly enjoyed bringing it to the screen.